Welcome to Tell the Damn Story, the show that explores the many ways to navigate the successes and failures that aspiring and struggling writers face to make your journey that much easier.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in the Northeast United States, you're smelling smoke. And you might be saying, well, that's Canadian air from forest fires. But I gotta tell you, it's not. It is our guests today, Jeannine and Tom, who are burning up the bookshelves with their new projects. We're going to talk about those today, right here on Tell the Damn Story. Isn't that right, Alex Simmons?
Yes, we are. Goodness gracious, we've got them back again. And contrary to the last few times that we've talked to you, they're in the same room this time. They're sitting next to each other. Oh, children, behave. Tom, you know she can take you.
I totally can.
I am well aware of that. So
how are you guys?
We're good.
Good. I just realized we're wearing the same shirt, kind of.
No.
Well, it's opposite, but it's blue, white stripe.
You got the stripes, which is, it is a danger when you work together. Last couple episodes, Alex and I have been dressed like an old married couple.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I was so glad to see we weren't wearing the same shirt again. But now it's your turn. There you go.
Yep. It's
Sniegoski, Jeannine, Acheson. They're blending, ladies and gentlemen.
Me and Bizarro.
They got the stripes on. Now that might mean unity and strength, and it might be I don't know, a POW camp. I don't know what's going on up there.
Doing time.
Doing time.
The wardens let you do this interview today. That's nice of them. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So go ahead, Chris. I know you wanna jump into this, and I want to jump into this, and I want to hear all the good news that they have to share, and then we're going to talk about some writing things, some really intense writing things.
Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who have watched Tell the Damn Story before, you should be old friends with Tom and Jeannine by now because they've been on quite often. They're our new favorite guests and friends of the show. And I can't wait to find out what they have in store for us today because, we got an email. It's like, oh, we got books. So it's like, oh, let's put them on.
Yeah, I think they've been writing. Haven't they? You guys been writing?
Yeah, that's a little bit of writing.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing. They've been doing some writing. And so we're going to watch them write. We've given them a pad and a pencil, and we're going to zoom in.
It'll look like Charlie Brown with the tongue.
So first of all, Jeannine, how are you?
I am well.
That's fantastic. How's this summer going so far?
Things are going.
Good, team. Things are going.
Conventions. San Diego on us next week. We're good.
I was going to say, Tom, same question. How's Jeannine doing? No, Tom, how are you doing?
I don't even want to talk about it. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Gearing up. As Jeannine just said, we got San Diego next week.
Yeah, that's exciting. I have to confess, I have never been, and that's a bucket list item to go and do that, and to be going there for business purposes would be fantastic. Are you going as part of this new news, or are you going to be doing recon, or a little of both? What's happening?
Probably a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have a table?
No.
Yeah.
We usually don't table. We usually set stuff up with publishers. They want us to come in for a signing or something like that.
So can we announce it now? Tom and Jeannine are the newest members of the Avengers, and they're going to be in in tights.
We will be in Avengers Doomsday.
Wait a minute, I'm not sure if folks want to see Tom in tights.
There you go.
You know what? I would like to see Tom in tights.
Okay. Well, then, folks,
I would be amused.
The value of the San Diego Comic-Con tickets just went up.
They went up through the roof.
Yeah.
It's burning through the social media. Tom in tights, gotta go.
Yeah. The new movie, yes.
All H.
So
All H, yes. All H.
So you both are doing fine. You're doing well in life in general and all that. But you've also been producing.
Yeah, I've been doing work.
Yeah.
Doing the work.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
So give us a peek here. What have you been working on? Let's start there. What kind of stuff have you been working on?
We have, a while ago, And the project that we couldn't talk about for like a year and a half or 2 years is finally coming out next week.
Next week at the Comic-Con?
In this box.
Yes.
That's right. They've got the only copies in that box. Right
in
now.
the box. That's all that were ordered.
Yeah, that's it.
We ordered. Nobody else. We just ordered them. Nobody else wanted it.
So yeah, it comes out. It's a graphic novel through Paper Cuts, which is a division of Mad Cave, and it's called Nothing Can Stop the Ape.
The Ape.
Nothing can stop. ...
Yeah,
the Ape.
The Ape. Now, can we get a box opening?
Yeah. Let's do this.
And then we'll talk about the Ape.
Let's have a little bit more suspense to this. You've been working on this for 2 years.
Yes.
Well, you haven't been able to talk about it. You mentioned it kind of sort of once or twice when you were here. Okay.
Is this a licensed or is this his original work?
This was an original work that's existed inside my noggin 30 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
And I haven't been able to, and no matter what I was doing with it, it was one of those projects that I loved it to death and I wanted to do it desperately, but I just couldn't get it to work. No matter what I tried to do with it, there was always something that just knocked it out of whack. And it was just like, now that ain't it. So it would get pushed back into the vaults.
Right.
And
then are you saying that Jeannine helped solve the situation?
She was actually part of the equation. Yeah, she actually was part of the equation, which is pretty amazing.
Tom plus Ape over Jeannine divided by months and months of work equals box opening. There you go.
Yeah, but before we get to the box, now, just for the sake of our listeners, who are struggling or emerging writers, when you say you kept trying, no matter what you did, it just wasn't it. And as you actually said, it kept going off the track or whatever. What do you mean by that? What does that feel like?
It's, for one thing, when you think you got gold, and no matter what you do, that gold is a pile of poop. It's frustrating as all get out, especially after 30-something years. I mean, it basically became my white whale. Right. It was just sitting there, and I would come across it, and I'd be like, oh, I so want to do that. And I would get scared off by it because there'd been so many tries on it already that had failed. And the way my brain had been wired with it was I kept going back to the failures. I was never really approaching it from the perspective of what's not working.
Right.
I got to figure out why it's not working. But it was kind of like I'd go to it, I'd look at it, I'd get excited, but then I'd see what I'd tried to do with it over the years, and it was almost like I would scare myself away from it.
Self-defeating.
Yeah, because it was just
you gotta ask positive questions rather than this is what went wrong.
Yeah, and no matter what
could make it go right.
Yeah, no matter what I was doing, the approach was wrong. And I knew it was wrong. And I kept going back to similar approaches, and it would just still be wrong.
So how did you break that streak?
I think I broke the streak because we had been like batting around ideas for projects and things like that. And at the time, I don't even know what brought it back up again, but I had wanted to write the Herculoids, and that was before I knew that Dynamite was going to get the license. Okay. And for some reason, I was in that mindset again about, boy, I would really write the Herculoids, love to write the Herculoids. But no one's got the license right now, so I can't write the Herculoids. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. And something just clicked into place, and I grabbed her and I said, hear me out on this and tell me if I'm crazy or not. What if we did this story in the vein of the Hanna-Barbera cartoons, like Johnny Quest, and the Mighty Mightor, and and all the other cool superhero stuff from like 1967 to like 1970. And all of a sudden, all the gears started to fall. It all started to fall into place. And all the bad stuff, all the stuff that wasn't working, just kind of got jettisoned and replaced with stuff as long as we were in this mindset, things that clicked into place that made the story work in that vein. And when we decided when we got the artist, because we put together a proposal that we were going to take with us to San Diego.
Okay.
And
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
No,
even
no,
three.
it might be 3.
It might even be 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the proposal, we wanted to have a visual hook. We wanted people to see what the characters would look and stuff like that. We had to decide on an artist, and we got Craig Russo, who actually ended up being my artist on the Herculoids when I finally did get to write the Herculoids. But he knocked it out of the park. He worked on the proposal with us, gave us great character designs and stuff like that.
And then we took the proposal, printed out and everything in color. It was gorgeous. We took it with us to San Diego. We showed it to Mark Irwin, and he looked at it. And I think that day, the day that he looked at it, he said, "We're going to do this."
Wow.
And here she is. And I'm like, this doesn't happen. Don't get used to this shit. It doesn't happen. But this is the problem. Ever since I started working with her, things are too easy.
I don't know if that's a problem. Okay.
Yeah.
Take it from someone who gets the other side a lot. That's not the problem.
Disturbing because she's not really getting a taste of the reality of publishing.
Yeah.
It'll come.
Which is like 90% of the time, things don't work out.
Yeah.
I am reminded of the old adage, be careful what you wish for.
That's right.
Tom, have you had the challenging experiences that you're saying she hasn't had? Have you had those?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Did you enjoy those?
Up there or out there?
No.
Somewhere out there, these guardian angels went, you know what? Let's cut him a break. We'll bring her into the mix, and his life will get easier for a while. Let's do that. And then what they're hearing is, oh, it's too damn easy. We could fix that.
What if, Tom?
Yeah.
What if Jeannine was fated to have this kind of
Yeah, I know.
career? And you could ride her coattails. So
I kind of feel like that's what's been happening.
The other thing too, there's karma, and folks, we are going to get back to this in a moment, but there's karma. Jeannine has been teaching children. She's been sharing and guiding children for years. How many years, Jeannine?
15.
15. That's a lot of good karma.
That is good karma. And
So you're riding on some of her good karma, fella.
Alex, if we follow that logic,
you should be doing
after my 30 years, I got to just listen to the front door because clearly there are several publishers pulling up right now to knock on my door.
See, I think it's the Publishers Clearinghouse.
Yeah, that's right. It was.
With the big check.
I had an old friend of mine, a stand-up comedian, used to use the Publishers Clearinghouse. He used to say that he thought it might be better if they were put in charge of elections. You may already be president.
So
fun stuff.
You
Richard
got
Ramirez.
the deal that day,
pretty much
showing it to one person.
Yeah, one publisher. We showed it to Mad Cave, and Mark Irwin was the president of the company.
Yeah.
And
in the presence of Jeannine Acheson, of course. Yeah. So that's the key. Everybody who watches Tell the Damn Story and wants to be published must bring Jeannine with them.
Yeah, that's right.
Good luck, charm.
Yeah.
It was wild.
So there was the right there.
Yeah.
Then there was contracts.
Yeah, there was when they say we're gonna do it, there's still some work that needs to be done in regard to detail and timing, which division, imprint that was going to do it, and so there was a lot of like back and forth. But
right. And to be clear, what you had at the time of the pitch was in fact that pitch. You hadn't finished writing it yet.
No,
you still had that adventure.
Yeah, we hadn't even started writing it yet.
So you get the okay, and then you go through the contract, and you're writing at the same time.
Yep.
Yep.
And the artist is still involved.
Yep.
Yes.
Let's repeat his name.
Yeah.
Craig
Craig
Russo.
Rousseau, the
Craig
great
Rousseau.
Craig Rousseau.
So how much time did you two have to put in on the writing?
It took us, so we broke it down into about 8 chapters
8 or 9
plus
chapters.
an epilogue and a prologue. So it was like 10 chapters.
Okay.
We had a schedule with our editor where we would produce a script once a month, and then those would go to Craig and he would start
And
drawing.
the script had to be a chapter long, or
They were anywhere from like 15 to 20 pages long.
okay,
Yeah, it was a comic book script.
Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah. So
How
yeah,
many pages is
And
the book?
did you get a lot of kickback, or did it go smooth sailing? Did they want changes?
the issue that we had was Tom's original idea was very intense and dark and maybe a little violent.
How could that
And
be?
I know,
Tom
right? Imagine.
Sniegoski, dark and violent.
I'm
He's like all
intense.
sunshine and light.
I'm such a delight, but there's this dark side.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a DC.
you're like a
villain.
living
Anyway,
birthday cake, Tom.
I am kinda.
So you were saying,
So Mad Cave did not publish it themselves. They used their imprint paper cuts because of the age of our male main character, who is
And how old is that?
13.
It's like 10,
Ish.
between 10 and 13.
Yeah, ish. And so it was going to go to the paper cuts division, which is for younger readers. So we turned in some stuff. We originally got this 2-page document from our editor saying, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't show blood, you can't kill people on the page, you can't.
Can't be
kinds
Tom.
of rules.
Watch me.
Yeah. So there were a couple of instances where
Yeah.
we had to pull back on the graphic.
Yeah, we had to
nature
kind of
of
pull
things.
back and rethink in regard
Yeah.
to, all right, if this is what they really, really
Yeah.
don't want us to do, how do we get what we want and
Yeah.
get what they want?
And that's part of working with an editor.
I usually don't like to play that way. I usually don't like play well with others when it comes to that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
I didn't want to disappoint her. I can't work this way and walk off. That
Yeah.
was no. And I really wanted to do the book. So
Yeah. So we pulled back on a few
yeah,
things.
we revised concepts and ideas and
how'd that
Do you
feel?
feel that those revisions to meet editorial requirements made the project better overall?
I think it made the project fit the style we were going for the kind of storytelling. Now, if these are the kinds of revisions that were being asked about earlier versions of this story,
Right.
I would have
Work,
just
yeah.
said, no, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
But since we were going with that kind of
Hanna-Barbera type.
that kind of cartoon hero, but vibe
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
it, nostalgic vibe, then it worked. It worked fine.
I repeat my question. How did that make you feel while you were going through that process? You're getting this feedback.
I have an issue that I will be the first to admit that I don't like somebody telling me, "Oh, you have to change that." It immediately gets the hackles up, and I go in defense mode. Defense and offense. I'm all over the place. But and the sad thing is that she's picking it up too.
Only a little.
You're a bad influence, Tom.
I didn't have as much of a problem as he did, I think, because I was just so excited to be writing this graphic novel anyway. B, I loved our editor. She's fantastic. And so
I don't like it.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
But I've learned over the years, and there have been many years of writing books and dealing with editors and stuff like that, that you just step back. If you're feeling your hackles going up and you're getting angry and you're coming up with all these excuses why something can't be done, back off, step away from it for a little while.
Can you expand on that? I think our viewers would really benefit from that. How how do you step back? What do you need to do? What do you need to?
Basically put it over on the other side of the desk. Don't look at it.
Don't look at it
Don't look at it.
for at least a couple of days.
Yeah, let maybe do one pass on the notes.
Okay.
Let it gestate in your brain a little bit, and you'll 99% of the time you find that, all right, that's not that bad. I figured out how I can do it and still be relatively happy with what they're asking for. I'm getting what I want, and they're getting what they want.
So while you're letting it breathe, do you write something else, work something?
Yeah, I'm usually working on something. I'm not just like growling.
Yeah, that seems to be kind of a universal, when you're having an argument or a disagreement with somebody. In the moment, it feels like the end of the world. And if you I was reading, I think it's a Japanese tradition that they take what they call a ma, which is they will, if they're having a couple is having an argument, they'll say, well, we should have a ma. And that's like 3 to 5 minutes of sitting silently together, not saying anything, not arguing, not getting defensive, just kind of breathing and being in the same space. And then when the ma's over, they apparently overwhelmingly they are calmer and able to approach it. So that's kind of a Tom's version of ma right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's
don't throw the desk. Work
again,
on something else.
It's been an issue for my entire writing career. It's more of a me thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That I know that I have, and I think I'm better with it now in terms of, okay, I feel it coming upon me. I need to step back because it's.
Yeah.
It's kind of a Bruce Banner thing, you wouldn't like me.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, there was one issue I think it was pretty early on, but we had started to talk about lettering. And because it's a younger age book, the print and the lettering had to be bigger. And so we had our prologue had a lot of.
Well, we were setting up the universe.
Yeah, and so it had a lot of captions, but they weren't going to fit because there was just too much verbiage. And so our editor sent us an email on a Thursday or a Friday or something saying, well, we need to talk about the beginning, the first chapter, or the prologue, or whatever it is. And we were and she said something about cutting it down or cutting it out. And we're like, well, you can't do that. It sets up the whole story. And the two of us were panicked. And we literally emailed her back and we're like, we can't go. She said, let's hop on a call next week. And we're like, we need a phone call for this? Oh my God. And I think we hopped on a call with her that afternoon. We're like, do you have 5 minutes? Because this is going to eat us all weekend. We can't do this. And she did. And we worked it out. It was fine. Yeah, but it was fine. Yeah, it was for a minute there. The both of us were like, what do you mean? We have to rewrite the entire first chapter prologue.
Yeah, because it was you thought you got it out. You thought you were happy with what you did. Yeah. And then suddenly somebody coming going, no, that's not going to fit. That needs to be shorter. Yeah. That was kind of jarring.
But you did find a way to make it shorter and still be satisfactory.
Yes. We didn't have to take as much out of it as we thought.
No, we didn't have to rewrite the whole chapter.
Our letterer came to the rescue.
Taylor Esposito.
One of the best letterers in the business.
What was the first name again?
Taylor
Esposito.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
And God bless him. Taylor, you're doing fine work on them. Yeah. But I want to go back to the dealing with editors for a moment because the two of you got very animated when you said we have to have a phone call about this. A lot of our viewers have never had. We need a phone call. So can you explain why that elevates from an email to a call? Why does that elevate concern or make it seem more serious?
For me, if you were going to hop on a call with somebody, they have bad news to tell you.
Okay.
9 times out of 10, an email is oh, hey, look at those edits that I made and we agree on these but not these, and you kind of work it out through email. But if you have to talk to somebody, if you have to have a dialogue with somebody, immediately.
Yeah, most editors would prefer not to talk to you.
Ever.
Right. Yeah. They would love to just do it over the emails.
Yeah.
So can you tell us, in your own opinions, best practices if, say, some of our viewers, they get into this situation, God bless them, good luck for them, and then they get the we need to call, how's the best way to approach it?
Don't go in there like all ready for a fight.
Try not to panic.
Because usually your editor just wants to work the problem out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
they're not angry with you.
No,
Right.
and they're not telling you that something you've done is wrong or
It's
bad.
just,
It's
how do we fix this?
Yeah.
Here's the
So-
problem.
Right.
How do we fix it?
Exhale, get the
Yeah.
anxiety out, and then
Yeah.
be open to the call.
Yep.
Yeah.
And usually in the back and forth with the editor, you find the solution to the problem.
Yeah.
And it just immediately like deflates any
Yeah.
tensions or anything.
Yeah.
Because you go,
What a happy problem that would
we
be.
can do this.
Yeah.
And this is good. We can do this.
Yeah.
And you feel really good.
Because ultimately, everybody just wants to make the best book possible.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that you have to remember. They're doing their job.
Right.
When they're editing you, when they're telling you something doesn't work, or they're telling you to focus on something, they're doing their job, and that's what they get paid for.
So it's not the doom that your
No.
instincts might tell you
No.
it is.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that there are calls that do end up being doomed, but
Yeah.
in most cases, it's just everybody needs to just get on the same page.
And it's easier to have the conversation rather than go through like 50 pages of email where people are saying, well, wait a minute, what did you just say? And you have to go back.
Yeah.
It's just easier to talk.
And you don't, in emails, you can't tell how somebody's
Tone. Yeah, you can't tell tone.
and that can lead to some serious issues.
Yeah.
In my emails, I tend to use please and thank you way too much to make sure they understand my
Yeah.
tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to let any of that Bronx sarcasm enter into the
Right.
fray there.
Man's lived in New Jersey for 35 years.
Can't shake it. You can never leave the Bronx. You can live outside the Bronx, but you can never leave. Yeah, I've been out of the Bronx for 30 years, and that's my mindset.
Yeah.
But
So, okay, so
yeah.
we had this experience of you going from the original idea that you had that you couldn't manage to make it work
Yep.
to finding a way to, oh my goodness, if I look
Yep.
at it this way and I work with her because the angels are on her side, then this is starting to work out. Then you put together a pitch, take it to San Diego, take the one pitch to one person, and you get a deal. Oh, gee, this is terrible so far. You work out the contract, you start working on the project. There's some yin and yang to the editorial experience. But finally, the script is accepted, it's completely drawn, and you're waiting for it to be released.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can't talk about it until then.
No, they kept telling us because I would send emails saying,
Yeah.
I'm on a podcast. We would love to talk about this. No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not
We
yet.
haven't
We're gonna
announced
make a release announcement on blah blah blah. And that changed.
it. It changed a few times.
Yeah. So we kept basically getting pushed back
Yeah.
to when we could talk about it.
Now, was this pushback? I guess the best way to look at this, again, you said it's been about 3 years of working on and getting it. So, how much of that was creating time, and how much was that waiting time?
I would say our like actual physical writing of it took us about 10 months to a year.
And that's
And
with like a schedule of
Yeah.
all right, we have to work
One-
on this,
yeah.
this ape chapter, and then moving on to another project, doing
Yeah.
another thing on another. So it wasn't just the ape,
Yeah.
the only
Mhm.
thing that we were working
Yeah.
on for that period of time.
And then
How many passes did you go? I'm sorry, go ahead.
artwork started to come in while we were still writing the rest of the chapters. But then coloring didn't start
Coloring.
until like last fall.
Yeah.
Tom
And
Gatt.
our
fabulous.
colorist, a guy named Tom Gatt, who
Yeah.
was amazing. He colored some of Jeff Smith's Bone
Yeah.
stuff over
Wow,
the last
yeah.
couple of years.
Yeah.
Sure.
Really amazing colorist.
So he really did wonderful.
Yeah, we had a
things
great
with it.
team. I mean,
Yeah.
as far as like us and Craig and Taylor and Tom and stuff like that, really, I mean,
Yeah,
it,
very
and
strong.
it shows in the product.
Okay, so you had this period of you finished the book, you're waiting, you're eager to tell the world about it, but you can't. How
Yep.
long were you in that holding pattern?
Oh my God, it seems like freaking forever.
Almost
and I'd say it was over a year.
Probably, yeah, a year.
I'd say it was
anyway.
over a year that we
Yeah.
wanted to talk about a book that we'd pretty much
We
finished.
finished our part, yeah.
But they kept shooting us down, saying, no, don't talk about it yet.
No, haven't made the announcement. And then they made the announcement just a few months ago, like in April, I think, for a release in July. It was supposed to come out in June, and then they pushed it back to July for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You know.
Again, book scheduling is funky.
So yeah, finally.
So
if you go back to your shows with us on it, I bet the majority of them we say, this is a project we can't talk about.
Yeah,
that's the project.
That's the project. This
Yeah.
is it.
Okay.
So just before we get back to the box, how many passes do you think you did
On the script,
overall? Yeah.
one with some tweaks.
Yeah.
We never really had to go. We never really had to go back and rewrite.
No.
To editorial satisfaction, you really
Yeah.
just did the one pass?
Yeah.
We
yeah.
did some. We did
is that good?
quite a bit of vocabulary. Some of the vocabulary that we used was a little bit elevated for the age group that they were going for. So there were a couple of times that we had to pull back on our vocab, but not even.
I mean, it was like a handful.
Yeah.
A handful of
of
moments like that. Like literally, it was like, oh, they don't like that word. How about this word?
Yeah,
Boom,
and that one's fine.
So Alex, this entire blessed journey that Tom and Jeannine have had has led them.
Yes, it has.
Is there
This is
anything
it.
else that you would like to ask Alex before we get to the box?
Yeah. When can we write something with them?
That's right.
In particular with Jeannine. No, actually, I think that we have worked up to. Actually, I do have one other question.
Yeah.
But one other question. Tom,
Yes.
30 years or so.
At least.
How does it feel?
That's what I'm kind of. I haven't seen the physical copy yet.
We're going to experience how it feels
Okay.
right
So
here.
okay.
On the damn story.
That's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting.
All right. So then I'm going to give
Quite a long
you.
time ago.
I'm going to give you the close up as you open the box.
Here we go,
All
ladies
right.
and gentlemen.
You're going to help me?
All right. So no one else, because this is going to be talk sensitive. So the focus is going to be on whoever is talking. So Tom and Jeannine, you're talking. Chris and I aren't going to say anything.
I'm gonna go on mute actually.
Me too.
So we're going to talk.
All right.
All right. Me and you talking.
Talking.
All right. So
Go.
here we go. We're going to open up the box. It'll probably have like a gas will come out of it. It'll smell like.
But by the way, the box is below camera angle, so that's fine.
Yeah,
So whenever you open it,
Yeah, how about do that?
there we go.
Better?
Okay, that's better.
All right. It'll be like opening a mummy's tomb. It'll be like this blast of gas.
Or that'll be Harvey.
Oh, that'll be Harvey under the desk. Yeah. Harvey's my dog. He's not like my mother or anything.
He's also a character in the book.
Oh yeah, Harvey actually is a major character in the book.
Your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't even. We just said, yeah, it's gonna be
It's gonna
Harvey.
be
All right. Well, here come the flaps. And here, ooh, some more flaps. And
That's
we
just-
have the book. No,
That's-
that's not the book. We have bubble wrap.
a lot of bubble wrap.
Oh, these are delicious. All right. Right, they just tear that.
Yeah, just
In this box, there are both paperbacks and hardcovers.
fancy.
Oh. And there it is.
She's a beauty. Look at
Look at
her.
that. Nothing can stop the ape.
Here, we'll give a close up.
Whoa.
Okay, now we can talk, Chris.
Here's the tongue.
One, that's a beautiful cover, and I love Harvey on the cover.
Yeah.
Wait, let's go for another close up so we can look at some of the pages. So I'm going to mute myself again.
Okay. Do this.
It definitely has that Saturday morning. You feel like when you're reading it, you feel like you should have a bowl of cereal in your lap.
We got to come back here because questions. Oh, look at them! Look at the ape. Yeah, questions are coming up like crazy here.
Yeah, I'm thinking a bowl of Frankenberry or
Oh
Kaboom
yeah.
Nice.
or
Oh
Lucky
yeah.
Charms. That's what you can read that book with.
I think Quick for Quake.
Yep.
Yeah, Quiz McQuake. Wow. That is great.
Isn't that awesome?
That looks fantastic.
An awesome back cover with like
Yeah.
the little characters. Like
Wow. And I saw your dog. I see that.
Yep.
Yep.
yeah.
Look at that.
Good old Harv.
All right, let's get the Alex Simmons question. All right, Tom.
I'm putting it down.
30 years now, Tom.
Yeah,
How does it feel?
Something. That's something.
How does it feel to have it there?
It really is something. All I can think of when I'm looking at it is when I first mentioned the title of the book to Mike Mignola,
Yeah,
of Hellboy fame, he just
Sure.
looked at me and he said, "That is the greatest title in the history of comics." Nothing can
That's so
stop
great.
the Apes.
And how different is this living and breathing incarnation from your original concept?
Very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think when I was originally working on it, I was trying to be edgy. I think I wanted to be like funny but dark, like that, like a little Quentin Tarantino-esque, with this.
Yes.
So the characters were much darker and maybe even a little bit more depressing in a way. I
Ah,
mean, yeah.
Well, we have enough of that these days.
Yeah.
yeah. Honestly, I'm super happy that I found this approach because I think this approach works way better than where I was going before. I even had different artists. I could probably go through my files and find different artists' interpretations
Wow,
of the ape.
that's
Wow.
amazing.
Matter of fact,
But-
one of them didn't even remember that he'd done it. Eric Powell was going to work on it with me at one point even before the Goon. And I mentioned it to him. I'm like, yeah, the ape. He knows the project. And I said, remember when you did the draw? And he was like, no. I did drawings for that. And I'm like, you did?
yeah, you did. Yes.
He's
I
like,
was stoned at the time.
he says I have no recollection of doing any artwork for that.
I
But
mean,
I have
guys who are working like that, they do a million different things. And
Yeah, and we were
Yeah.
in the early days when he was first starting out, we would just multiple phone calls a week, just batting ideas around, and he would do drawings and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, so we spent a lot of time coming up with crazy ideas and concepts.
yeah, that's fun.
This being one of them.
So is this debuting at San Diego?
I think it is.
Yes. We have a signing scheduled for Sunday at the Mad Cave booth. So yeah, comes out June 21st. So like next Tuesday.
June
That's
21st?
exciting.
July 21st.
Thank you. We've missed it already. My goodness.
No, July 21st.
No, actually, it's 2027. Yeah, we pushed it back again.
Oh, we
That
can't.
was
Oh,
nice.
sorry. Wait a minute. I'm just getting a report here. We can't talk about it.
Next Tuesday,
Yeah.
July
Yes,
20
Yeah.
what?
21st.
21st at
Yeah.
San Diego Comic-Con. But people can order. I would imagine pre-orders are up and everything.
All their books,
Yeah.
any bookstores.
Bookstores have it.
Bookstores should have it.
Amazon.
Amazon has it.
Mad
Barnes
Cave.
Noble, Mad Cave. You can go to Mad Cave. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Order from your comic book store. Go to your comic book store. Say, I want nothing to stop the ape.
Yeah.
Make it, order it.
I have to
Cool.
go to Barnes and Noble today to pick up a collection of Barry Windsor Smith stuff that
Oh.
some company put out. Yeah,
Oh,
my-
I have that. I have
Yeah.
that. That's fantastic. 'cause
yeah. I saw it and I said, oh, I have to have that. Yeah.
It's his 70s stuff when he was
But,
like first starting out,
exactly,
like before Conan. It's
Yeah,
really good.
it's like the 100th issue of the Avengers and that kind of all that sort of stuff in there. Yeah, so it'll be fun to see him because early on he was kind of a Kirby knockoff, and then he
Yeah.
developed this beautiful,
Yeah. Oh, it's a great
original
book.
view. Yeah,
You'll-
I'm looking
you'll
forward to
love
that. But my point is, when I'm there,
Yes.
I'm going to say, excuse me, do you have Nothing Can Stop the Ape?
From
You should really get a few copies in. I would like to reserve one myself. That's what I'm going to do.
It's gonna go like hotcakes.
Oh, I hope.
Big apey hotcakes.
You know what? One of the big things too with this that I kept from the original incarnations is the ape, who is our hero of our book, is not a nice guy at all.
Right.
And
That's
I love the fact that here's what's being portrayed as the heroic figure, and he ain't in any way,
just
shape, or
ain't it.
form. He's just working the system. He's like, oh, if they think I'm a hero, I'm gonna get away with a lot more.
That's big fun.
Yeah,
That's
so
gonna be a fun read.
that was the
You know,
beauty.
it's funny because we've talked about on the show with you guys and solo and with other artists, we talk about creating characters and avoiding stereotypes and really doing some sort of research if it's a character that you haven't, you know, a life experience you haven't lived and all of that. And one of the things that I find, and I've mentioned this before too, I find interesting is when your hero is either a reluctant hero, you know, it's not born to wear the cape. It's like kicking and screaming, like with Project Hail Mary, where, you know, I don't want to do this. I'm not going to do this. No, no, you're going to do this. No, no, I'm not going to do this, right? And he
Yeah.
finds himself in that situation. But the other type of hero is I'm going to use the title anti-hero, but there's an anti-hero, and I tend to
Yes.
think of the movie Pitch Black,
Okay.
the original one with Vin
With Vin
Diesel,
Diesel.
young Vin Diesel,
Yep.
because that hero is dangerous. He's a killer. The
Yeah.
authorities have captured him. He's the most dangerous person out there, and then they wind up on this planet with these beasts and these terrors that are just, you know, just wiping people out, and he's the only thing that can go up against them, but you're not sure he's going to, or even if he does, yeah, there's every possibility he's going to turn on the very people he's
Right.
just saved. You know, it's
Right.
like it keeps you guessing and on the edge. You're not quite sure what to make of their motives and all that. And it's a refreshing take. I mean, I happen to like Superman and heroes who are heroic and all that, but I also like variations.
Yeah. Oh,
And
sure.
and this again. I haven't read it yet because obviously they've been keeping it from us for 3 years now.
For 3 years.
But now I'm gonna, you know, Chris is gonna get his copy. I'm gonna get my copy, and then boom, we'll read it. But it sounds like this is gonna be a fun ride because, yeah, he's not pure heart,
No. And
not underdog.
not and he's never said he was. He's just basically working the system. That's the best way to describe it.
Why did you take that approach?
I think it just made the character way more interesting to work with. I think in the incarnation, I mean, I'm sure this idea originally came up with, I want to do a book about a big friggin' ape. I'm sure that was as simple as it was. I want to have a gorilla as a main character.
And not Magilla. Yes.
Yeah, and it just probably went from there. I'm like, well, what if this gorilla was a god and a god of chaos? And I'm like, well, he's a god of chaos. He's probably not very nice. And it was probably just that kind of mindset. And he became darker and darker, which in the original incarnations, he's really dark.
And then he got lightened up, brightened up.
Well, yeah, he didn't really get lightened up. I mean, he's still pretty dark.
Yeah.
But he's found a way out of a predicament by pretending to be something else than he is.
Excellent.
He's like, oh, I'll be the hero, and everybody will love me because I'm the hero. But I'm really not a hero. I just want you to think I am. You know, that
So, little pause here, just in case Alex and both of you want this cut out. Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna pitch something. If the two of you aren't into it, and if Alex not into it, he'll have an easy edit here. Do you have the pitch that you presented? Maybe not on hand right this second.
The one that for this version.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have it.
Is it in
Would you consider, and Alex, I'm pitching you at the same time, would you consider doing an episode about what goes into a pitch using this, since we've already talked about it, and then we'll say, well, you put this in early, here's why. And then you go to this, here's why. And they're going to want to know this, here's how you do that. Would you both do that?
Yeah, that would be fun. I hate doing pitches.
Well, everybody hates them, and the only thing that writers hate more than pitches are the synopsis. Oh, whoa. That's a much darker episode.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
So in a future episode, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see that. Now, whether Alex puts that on air or clips it out is up to Alex. Is
Thank
that
you.
okay with you, Alex?
Yes, it's fine with me. Thank you very much, folks. Actually, I can't see myself cutting that out because it's a great promo for be with us next time.
Yes, it is. Be with us very soon.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So are you going to you're going to do a signing with this book?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What other kind of promotions are coming for both of you for this book? Are you going to be other places? Are you doing, is there an ad campaign? What's happening?
I mean, in typical book publishing fashion, they never quite seem to do as much as you'd like them to do.
Of course not. Right.
You know, I mean, so we're finding that we have to kind of focus on.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do like little like videos about the conceptions and what, you know, where our brains were when we worked on certain aspects of the book.
Yeah.
We're planning on doing maybe some of them.
Yeah.
We're doing conventions.
We're doing
We
conventions.
get some.
We've
So which
got
conventions can people look at for you at?
You want to try that one again, Chris?
Yeah. Which conventions will you be at so that people who might be seeing this can say, "Oh, we have to go. It's in our neighborhood."
we'll be at San Diego.
Yeah.
We'll be walking around, but we'll be at the Mad Cave booth on Sunday,
For the
the
signing.
last day of for the signing. We'll be at New York Comic Con, also walking around.
October.
Maybe
Yep.
at Mad Cave at some point. We're not sure because we haven't gotten a schedule for that yet.
Yeah.
We have a signing in New Hampshire on August 29th.
At Jetpack.
At Jetpack Comics in Rochester, New Hampshire. So we'll be there. And then we have
Rose City.
Rose City. We will be tabling there.
We'll be tabling at Rose City. It's the first time I've ever been to this
Yeah.
convention.
Where is that?
That's in
Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to be leaving my office, which I'm
Yeah.
not happy about at all.
He's not.
But to experience Oregon would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm very excited. So we'll be tabling there so people can find us there on the West Coast.
Alex, did you pick up the difference in energy
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
that square over
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine.
This is a curmudgeon. What are we going to have to?
It's a nice balance.
It is so great. It is so great.
People ask us to do things and I say yes. And Tom goes, why would you say that?
Because it will serve
Well, why
us
would you
well.
say that, Jeannine? What is your mindset on that?
I
Saying yes.
I like to travel. I like conventions. This one we were asked by a friend of ours if we wanted to do it. And I didn't want to disappoint him. And
I would have no problem
I know
disappointing
you.
him.
Wow.
I just figured
I'll cut that out, Tom. Don't worry.
No, you don't have to. No worries.
I feel like if somebody went to the trouble to ask us if we could go and we could make it work, then we should at least try it. And at this point in my life, I am just saying yes to pretty much anything that comes by.
The interesting
Can we
mindset.
come over for dinner next Tuesday?
Yes.
I
Now,
have another
Tom,
question, Chris, but go ahead with yours first.
Tom, you
Yes.
tend to be a little slower on the yes because you've gone to 20 or 30 years of conventions and stuff like that, right?
I've done the convention thing. I've done
Yeah.
like lots of traveling and stuff like that. And I'm not a big traveler anyway. So I've never really enjoyed it all that much.
Yeah.
To go
Once I'm out the door and a couple of miles away from my house, it's a lot easier to travel. But getting out that door, bro.
Not me.
Isn't it?
Not me.
You
I-
like
Yeah,
to
I travel, boy, and people have said it. I step off the plane like Simon Templar. I hear the theme song in my head. You know, where's the adventure right now?
See, that's the difference. It's kind of a me and Tom thing, and then there's Jeannine saying yes, and then when Alex is asked, there's just a little wind from where he was because he's already on his way.
He's already left. He's already gone.
Right. I wanted to ask you, because this is another learning point for our listeners. There's the creating of the thing, especially if you've lived with the thing for years, and finally it's alive, right? And it's there in your hands. And then comes the promotion period. And as you said, sometimes we might want the publisher to promote it more than they do for whatever reason that is. And so it falls upon us to get out there and sing praises of the works. Is it, I got a couple of questions here. Is it easy for you to do this, especially because this is something you've lived with for so long? Is it difficult for you to do this? And Tom, again, this has been your thing for 30 some odd years. Jeannine, you were introduced to it just a few years ago. So what's it like for you having to promote this, and what are you willing to do?
I think I'm pretty much willing to do anything to get it out there.
All right. Well, we've rented this ape that we'd like you to make live appearances.
Ape costume.
It's a silverback.
No, an actual ape.
Tom will be wearing.
No, it's a real ape. It's a silverback.
Really?
All right, that's fun too.
That's fine.
You'll be with them. I think I pretty much would do anything. I think the only limitations that we have are our technological issues. But we're talking videos that we want to make and put on our social media, and I'm gonna have to ask my husband to help because I just don't know how to do that stuff.
Alex, that is an opening for me to ask another question. Do you mind?
No, go ahead.
So, making this kind of these videos and that kind of stuff these days is a bit of a minefield because AI. So how do you go about producing what you need to produce with, are you okay with AI? Are you, no, we're going to avoid it by doing,
we would be as primitive as we can be. I don't want anything to do with AI.
I have found a couple of very primitive ways that allow me to avoid AI, and that's where I'm going to stay for a while. But I know Alex he's open-minded, AI awareness and conscious, and he's very aware of where the lines are.
Yeah.
But he's, he grew up in the 1860s, which was like a hippie era back then. So, it wasn't quite Woodstock. It was just woods back then. But,
woods and stock. We had cows, pigs, chickens.
But it's amazing that he is continuing to be open-minded and seeing and exploring what would be fair and what is not fair. And he's very conscious about that. So I don't want anyone to get the wrong impression of Mr. Simmons there. But it is. It's so frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I know it would be easier with that other stuff. But I also know there's a morality with that.
We're going to talk about that. I want to get back to the questions of what does it feel like, and again, what are you willing to do? And Jeannine has said,
I told you,
dangerously so. I'm willing to do anything. So we'll talk about that another time. But Tom, how do you feel about it?
You know what? I've been doing this for so long that you just slide into promotion mode.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's posts on Facebook or other social media or appearances at a bookstore. So you're proud of the thing no matter what. So you're very easily happy to talk. You know what I mean? It's somebody approaches the table and says, "Oh, I've never seen this. That looks great." It's very, very easy to just kind of open up and regale them with a story of, oh yeah, when I was working on that book, it was blah, 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 or it took 30 years to get that book out of, that's actually a very popular story. And people find it fascinating that it's been living inside my head for that long and it's finally a reality.
Yeah.
And there's a justification there that, it wouldn't let you be.
Well, I knew it was a really good idea. I mean, everybody that I even like vaguely talked to about it said, "Oh, I'll read that in a heartbeat. It's got a big monkey. I got it. I have to have it." So
it also looks like you have a big monkey on your back wall over there. So that might have been a subtle reminder.
I got monkeys.
Oh no, that's a Mickey Mouse hat.
No, I'm talking about that poster.
Oh, behind Jeannine.
Yeah,
that's my calendar.
Oh yeah.
That's it. That's a poster for It, the Terror from Beyond Space.
There you go. I think I dated her.
We won't bring her up.
So wait a minute, for people, and because Chris and I have encountered folks like this, for people who the flow of promotion and talking about their property is not easy.
Yeah.
It's not organic. It's not the natural
Right.
thing. You have any advice?
So much of that is a personality thing. Like
Mm.
about whether, introvert, extrovert thing.
Yeah, but I think it's just another aspect, another facet of writing and publishing
That you have to kind of
that you kind of have
to embrace it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you want people to know what you're doing and be
Yeah.
excited by what you're doing, you have to talk about it.
Yeah.
You have to try to be enthusiastic enough that it's contagious.
And it's healthiest to accept that as part of the whole
Yeah.
process.
Yeah, and I
You're not
believe
quite done until that's
Yeah,
having been completed.
I know plenty of people who would just rather sit behind the computer and write and really go no further than that. They produce the work and then they toss it out there and then they go on to the next thing.
I
But
think people should think about that like winning lotto. It's just
yeah,
that you're going to be successful that way is astronomically far-fetched, right?
Yeah.
What were
So
you going to
go
say?
the other way.
What were you going to say, Tom?
I don't know.
You were sharing something, and you.
No, I think what I was, you just have to do it. I mean, even if it makes you feel incredibly uncomfortable and you don't want to do it, I think you kind of have to do it. If you want to be this, if you want to be a writer,
It's part of it.
part of being a writer is sharing your work with people. And I think as
Getting the word
uncomfortable
out.
as you might be about it, I think you just kind of have to almost like bite the bullet and do it.
So again, just to be understanding of people, because again, you're
Yeah,
right.
I'm trying to be in, because I know many people who don't want that interaction.
Exactly. Yeah.
But at the same time, that interaction is part of you being able to do what you're doing. If
Right.
you don't have that interaction and your book goes out there into the void and nobody reads it, you're not going to have those opportunities. You might have the opportunities to just like do it yourself and put it out there, but I don't think you're going to get the full experience that you're really looking for as a writer, to kind of like your back and forth with your fans. That's really important.
With the potential, even a
because
potential
again,
audience. Before they're fans, there's potential
Yeah.
audience.
I mean,
I
you're
I
in
would say-
a vacuum. You're working in a vacuum, and you
Right.
got to force yourself to leave that vacuum.
And I would say that a
Go to Oregon.
possible tip to help people, because again, I as you have, Tom, we know people. Chris and I met
Yeah.
people in the earlier days too that were like this. One thing might be to write yourself a little pitch, a little something, a little short something that you can refer to or recite immediately, that gives you something to say. So you're not sitting there going, I don't know what to say to this person. I don't know what to do to this person.
Yeah.
You know, give yourself at least that springboard and then
Right.
be open to some sort of conversation thereafter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I know comics people over the years that are just shy.
Mhm.
And they're doing conventions, and a lot of the times they're so shy that they're not really good with the feedback of somebody coming up to a table.
Yeah.
And I've heard like horror stories about these people, and they're the nicest people in the world. Well, I went over to the table and they were like really, they ignored me. No, they didn't ignore you. They didn't know how to respond.
They were trying to be invisible because they were so
Yeah.
shy.
Yeah.
And I've had to like defend a lot of people that I've known. Like, no, they were a very nice person. You
Yeah.
probably just caught them. You probably scared them.
Yeah.
They probably
The other tip would be to have someone there who is gregarious,
Yeah.
who can be your spokesperson or your
That's actually a
Mr.
good
or
idea.
Mrs. Personality. You know.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
And it might be constructive. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jeannine.
Oh no, like at the first convention that I went to with you, I think it was like WickedCon several
Yeah,
years
so
ago.
Boston.
I was there as almost as an observer because I didn't know how to engage with people. Like people would walk by and they'd look and I'd just let them go. But now, like after a while, you start, oh, they're walking by, they're looking at, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Like, and now you kind of,
Yeah.
I think I've gotten better.
You're way better at it. Yeah.
Putting myself out there and talking about my books, and I've managed a few sales, so that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to put yourself out there.
And if I could play with the wording a little bit, I think the goal is to find what works for you. As comfortable as I am here at conventions, I can get in my own head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So saying hi, thank you. And then I found someone told me about having a plate of things, like wrapped candy or this or that. There's a million people with wrapped candy. I wound up with little tchotchkes that people could take away for free. It only costs a couple of dollars, but it allows me that entrance that I didn't have otherwise.
Yep.
So it's like, hey, take a little ghost there for free. Everybody likes little ghosts, or take a little this or what. Take a skeleton. They always, and oh, that's so cute. And then I said, yes. So thanks for coming to this. I was Sunday. I was at the Chills and Thrills Book Fair at Middletown, New York. And I said, well, thanks for coming today. This is it's great to see everybody. What kind of stuff do you like? And we were in.
Right.
But it was the ghost that helped me. That cold call type thing is not my thing. But giving someone something seems to work for me. It's whatever. Alex doesn't need that. Alex just says, hey, aren't you glad that you're here in front of me? I am. Alex Simmons. I've always been Alex Simmons. What would you like the honor of purchasing from me?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We'll be back after a word from our sponsor. Yeah. Thank you for taking us on this experience, this ride. This is
exclusive.
Yeah.
Certainly
right. The box opening and everything. But I do agree with you. The history behind this moment is very fascinating.
Yeah, that's the thing that I keep coming back to.
Yeah.
It's been in your musty skull for a long time, and it's finally an actual thing.
You know what I love most about that? And I'm sure that Nobody Can Stop the Ape is fantastic, and it's going to be a classic. But the way you're talking about it with the 30 years, some people might think you were working on the Odyssey. And I love it that this is the thing that wouldn't let you go for 30 years. It's so fantastic because it's more inclusive to people who are experiencing that and say, I can't make it work. And this is a great object lesson in, yes, you can. It might take longer than you thought, but yes, you can. Open yourself up to how it would work.
I'm going to put this right next to Scorsese. And because 10 years on Lily's the kill.
Oh, Killing the Flower Moon.
Flower Moon. I never get that title right. But 10 years, and again, at the time that he started the project, he was already established. So it's not like he had to break into the business and it took 10 years. He was already Martin Scorsese, big name on the billboard.
I don't think you have to. I don't think it has anything to do with your level of success with an idea that ain't working.
Yeah, exactly.
Just, not every idea is going to be.
But what it does talk about, and again, Tom Sniegoski, Martin Scorsese, right there, right next to each other.
Oh, yeah.
What it does say is it speaks about commitment to an idea that won't quit, that won't go away. You work on it until it works.
Yeah.
Right, until it comes alive, and you can have that Dr. Frankenstein moment. That's it. What was it?
It's a gentle reminder, Alex, that all of us go through this.
Yeah.
Whether it's someone who's watching Tell a Damn Story for the first time because they think they might want to try, or someone as legendary as Alex Simmons or Tom Sniegoski or Jeannine, Acheson, these legends, these Mount Rushmore of the Tell the Damn Story show.
Yeah, and let's involve Chris Ryan in there too.
There you go. Old Catholic altar boy. Couldn't name myself.
I think again, tenacity is expensive in certain ways, but it's also rewarding in certain ways. If it's something you really, really, really want to work on, then do it, and just work it until it works. That's a good thing.
When it finally clicks, is not a better feeling.
And then when you're ready to sell it, contact Jeannine. Yeah, make sure she's with you when you pitch.
Just have a stand next to you, and then it will sell.
Guys, once again, thank you so much for being here today. Of course, we're going to have you back because we do that, and we're going to have you back because of that little appetizer that Chris threw in the middle of this episode about how to pitch. Take us through those steps.
This has been the episode called "Nobody Can Stop the Ape, and Nobody Can Say No to Jeannine."
Yeah,
and we hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Tom, Jeannine, thank you so much. It's been great. We're looking forward to it. As Alex says, the anatomy of a pitch and all that sort of stuff would be really helpful for everybody.
Yeah.
And have a great.
It's a great way to market. Nobody Can Stop the Ape.
Yeah.
That's true.
Have a great time in San Diego.
Yes.
You know,
Thank you.
We'll
do
come
it
back.
right.
We'll do that when you come back.
Yeah, come back with all stories. Maybe we'll come back with a new
I was
project
just gonna say.
that we can't talk about for 3 years.
Hey, you know what? That's fine. It gives us more episodes.
That's true. That's
We've
true.
checked in with them now 15 times, and they're almost ready to talk about it.
We haven't even talked. We didn't even get a chance to talk about my Tribeca experience.
Oh, well, then definitely when you come back after San Diego, come on back, talk about Tribeca and the analysis of a pitch.
Yeah.
Okay. You got it.
Cool.
Folks, where else can you get this kind of material?
Yeah.
Guaranteed to you. I mean, come on, really.
And what's your end of the deal, people? You gotta like, you gotta subscribe, you gotta call your local bookstore and say, please order Nobody Can Stop the Ape. Those are only 3 things you have to do. And
Wait a minute, wait. Is it actually Nobody Can Stop the Ape or Nobody Can Stop the Ape?
Nothing can stop ... the ape.
There you go.
Always
Okay.
need an ellipsis. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, so good, so good.
Be careful with the weather and the air. And keep writing.
Yeah.
We'll talk to everyone soon.
Take care,
Thanks.
everybody.
Thanks again.
Bye.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.